One, it says we're live. I don't know. Are we live? I don't know if you can hear me. Let's disconnect this one straight here. Got a blue screen. It's behind me. It's just a nice green thing I had hanging in the garage for the past year. We've been in this house for how long? Let me turn the light a little bit. Oh, that was nice. Sorry. Oh, we've been in this house over a year in this house, which means our house burned down like a year ago. A little over a year. What month is this? November. We moved in here in September of last year, I believe. You hear that rumbling in the background? I've had a small fan going. Some of it's this gas producer they use. They've been pumping gas. I was honest. I use duct tape. Good, good. I use DUCK type because I have batteries on my bicycle that I have to build, and I've tried tying them, strapping them, using rope, leather, making. Every time I do, try to make it look cool. But sometimes they fall out, sometimes it doesn't hold. So what I do is I go on. I get duct tape, various kinds. They come in different colors, and I tape the batteries into the case with that. And it holds pretty good. Every once in a while I have to take them, get corrosion off of them, or maybe rewire them, or switch a battery out. Sometimes the battery will like just go dead. I had one suddenly go dead, and I had to buy a whole new set of batteries, which was it's like less than $100, but it's still quite a bit of money to throw out for anything. So you want to protect them. And the terminal ends, can get smashed and broken. And if you drop them too many times, it shortens the life because the plates inside will short out sometimes. The air sealed lead acid is what I use. My technical my technical advisor, God bless her, I hope she gets to see this sometime. I'm not sure. She was incarcerated in a different county for stuff she did a while back. But she acted kind of weird towards the end. I think she left in the beginning of May or end of April. And she did kind of act a little weird, but you know what? I forgave her because she's a lot younger and she has a family and she's all right. She really helped me a lot. She really, really did, and I miss her so bad. And I'm hoping I can. She's like family to me. Never had a whole lot of family. I lived here almost 50 years in this county. I was in the army in Germany, and also I lived up north for a couple of years to go to school outside New York City and New Jersey. I think New Jersey's a beautiful place, and I had a good time up there. It was like the beginning of MTV, when it was like skyrocketing, and it was kind of fun. It was really very fun. And then I came back down here. I haven't left in over 30 years. I haven't been out of the state of Florida in over 30 years. And I'm feeling better than I was when I first moved in here last year. But I was feeling really good when Beth was here. She was my technical assistant. She was my secretary, actually. I should give her a raise. And she's a very good person. And I think, is that my jacket? That's my old field jacket. And she's a very good person, and she really helped me out a lot. More than I could have ever hoped. And she's pretty hot. And she went to Daytona last year when our birthdays in March, It was so funny because I couldn't even hardly talk about her because I was about to cry because I thought she'd been in a motorcycle accident. I got a text from her that said, "Bone broke, can't see." And I'm thinking, oh my God, she's probably laying on some Central Florida rural highway in a pool of blood with a broken arm or a broken leg. And she's gone blind from blood loss. So here it was. I didn't see her for about a week. Didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden I get a text from her saying, you know, and I'd already told my mom and her one boyfriend, I was worried about it. We didn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden she appears, and my mom, here we thought she was hurt and everything. Her boyfriend just stepped on her cell phone, and the phone broke, and she couldn't see the screen, and that's what she was trying to get, and it came out the other way. And we were all concerned that it freaked her out, because my mom was like, "You don't look like you're banged up too bad. Which hospital were you at?" And it kind of freaked her out. And it was funny. This was back in March. This was quite a while. And so anyway, she's not with me right now. So we'll get her back. I always beg for her, whatever. Please come by and hang out with me for a while, just to talk to me. I love talking to her. There's not very many people I can talk to honestly. I can talk to her honestly about any and everything. And well, our old house is finally, I guess, on the verge of being occupiable. I guess you would say. They've got it rebuilt. They rebuilt it to the original specifications, which is as per the insurance company, which is a very good insurance company. And they had to remove a few trusses that had some fire damage. Fire went up one side and across the arch ceilings on the in the main living area. It was flat ceiling in the one bedrooms, arch ceilings, and it went through there to the other side, and so a few of the trusses got damaged. They had to replace that for fire damage for structure, and I've done that type of stuff before, not a fire like this or anything, but where you've had to replace where stuff was rotten, where we've got to re-roof for people on some old stuff, which is very sometimes hairy. But I haven't been down. I haven't even been down that road. I think the last time I went there was maybe 3 or 4 months ago in my car, in my mom's car with her. Wanted to ride my bike down there one day, and I just couldn't bring myself to ride down there. Just I think it's after everything I've been through here, it was kind of bad. Like right now, they're I haven't had this is serious. I mean, I'm being 100% serious. I'm not lying, and I don't. I try not to lie because I'm not very good at it. If you start lying, then you got to keep lying, and you got to make up all these fantastic stories. And I can tell often, most of the time, sometimes, sometimes, with somebody throwing sunshine on my butt, as my former cavalry captain told me one time, don't blow sunshine on my ass. I'm not cussing as much right now, but I do go on a cuss-a-thon once in a while. And I don't like it because I shouldn't be pushed to where I'm cursing, but I these people do this to me. Since we've lived in this neighborhood, it's been over a year, but September of 2019, so it's over a year. Um, I have neighbors across the street, which are the Caribbean, and they're nice for the most part. And they've been relatively nice to me, but it's like everybody's in on this thing. It's like, how would I say it? A bounty is out on me and my mom or something to, I guess, take the house away. Is the way I'm getting the vibe. Like they're trying to have something where that we can be, it look like we died of natural causes. But I don't even trust the police. There's people here that they're like, um, I don't know how to say it. Nice, so high, you're nice, and then all of a sudden you hear from other people that you're not. It's like, what's going on here? Why is that happening? I think I mentioned this earlier. Um, like I haven't done a real broadcast in quite a while, and I just things were, even though things are kind of, they're not, they'll never be the way they were. I knew that when we lived over there, and I used to ride out into the woods in the middle of the night. It's not really like the woods. There's streets, there's streets and there's trees, and I could go out there and I had various places I had what I call my daytime hangouts and my nighttime hangouts, and they were never the same. The daytime was where I could maybe look down the canal and see bald eagles and ospreys diving for fish and alligators and stuff like that, and people fishing, in a long, wide canal, and I could take my binoculars and I could see this stuff. And, I could look at aircraft too, and I had a place out there to watch NASA launched rockets, and over on the East Coast, we're about 175 miles away, and you get all these streams on YouTube about from Orlando, Daytona. I went to school there. It was an aeronautical college, and I went there for 1 year and watched the first space shuttle launch from there. And then they have them down Fort Lauderdale, West Palm. People are filming this and putting it on like YouTube and stuff on these science channels. But there's nobody that's filming it from over here, and we have a unique vantage point because on the equatorial launches, which are generally the way they go, they want to get out over the ocean, and it comes south towards the equator, and it goes east because you use the Earth's rotation. So you go east, and it helps you save fuel to get to orbit, whichever orbit you are. And we get a unique view that we're further back. We get a bigger picture and it arcs over. Instead of going up, you'll see the ones where they go up like this. And we get to see some unique things. And I've seen the SpaceX land at night, when it comes back, and it just flares up right before it lands, and I'm watching it on my phone, and I'm watching it with binoculars. And it's like, wow, and I love to film that, get our west coast, west coast of Florida viewpoint, because we do have a vantage point that is very unique, and nobody has done it that I know of, and maybe either somebody will or somebody will help me to do it. I need help with a lot of things. That's why I was so glad about Beth helping me, because she would just dive right in and do it, whatever. If it came anything she could help me with, and it was fun to hang out with her. I could sit back and comfortably talk to her. And the worst thing was is when she was run off with her boyfriend for the weekend, and I was here alone, and my mom was sick. I had to take my mom to the hospital so many times last year. And now it's getting close to time for us to go back to our house to get out of here. And, I've done some damage here, man. But it's all because these people lured us into this house, and it's a setup house. And right now, look at this. This is Beth's old room. I can't even clean the room because every time I do, I don't know how they do it. It's like they use Sonics. Right now, there's an ungodly screeching sound. Like anytime you turn anything on, they can ride in over the waves. They can make when the washing machine's going chugga chugga chugga. They can make it say all kinds of funny things like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, which I think is hilarious. And when we first came in here, I thought, well, maybe it's the fire, the fire people trying to see if it was arson or something, which it wasn't. Not on my part. I may have been on somebody else. And then I started finding out some of the characters involved, and it was some of it was by accident. But when I started seeing one or two, I was like, "What? These people are supposed to be our friends, and they're acting like." And I said, "Well, no wonder the things they said and the things they were doing." Like, I was going to give a girl a desk, and her boyfriend at the time or whatever says, "Where are you going to put it?" She goes, "What? You don't think I have a house? I have a house. I have a house." And I come to realize over the past year that she's part of this operation. It's a big one. That she was talking about either this house or my mom's house. They planned on taking all our shit, and they have done that. And recently, since we've been getting ready to go home, the attacks have increased of all kinds. I'm harassed constantly, 24 hours a day. They have somebody on shift 24 hours a day, and they always have. But it's gotten real bad till recently. Like they're going to kill us like real quick. And somebody said it's like a no-touch kill. If they can kill you, there's no. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound right. What if I got a gun and I was to shoot somebody? Well, I didn't touch him, but I killed him. How you've been poisoning us? I mean, god damn. When you're sprayed with chemicals, when the gas in the air ripples because and my hands are fucked up. I get that duct tape that I was talking about. It's rubbery. Yeah, if you've ever read science fiction Fahrenheit, not Fahrenheit, the Andromeda Strain, if you've ever read the book, which I read when I was probably in junior high school, that's when I got into sci-fi and all that kind of good stuff. Mainly sci-fi, and then whatever. But anyway, a lot of the properties of some of these plastics mimics human skin tissue. And here, the stuff on my bicycle was like shriveling up, like very scary looking stuff. The keyboard on this um, laptop that I'm using, which is okay, I have no problems with it. Well, the keyboard stopped working because um, the keys were sticking from all the gas they were spraying. When I mop, if I go a couple of days and they're gassing us real hard, I mop and you can see the yellow film coming off the floor. All the walls are mustard colored. All the all the blinds are mustard colored. The tile on the floor, all of it's mustard colored. Is to match when they put the gas. You won't see the difference in any colors. I happened to see it the first time. I was in my other bedroom, which I won't live in anymore, ever. I don't even want to go in there. But so, but anyway, I happened to be laying in bed and I was covered up with a big this orange thing behind me, and I was covered up and I was trying to hide because I didn't, the place didn't feel right. I felt like I was under observation all the time, and I was, and I am. I have been every second. They follow me over. So anyway, so anyway, I'm covered up, and all of a sudden I see these big billowing yellow clouds of gas coming out of the air vent on the ceiling. And I'm going, holy crap, am I really seeing that? Is that? And I mean, I could smell it just a little. Sometimes I can tell the different types of gas. It gets in your clothes. It taints your clothes. It colors it, certain colors. And and I'm sitting there going, oh my God, they're gassing me. Who would be doing this? How is this allowed to be happening in the United States? I couldn't understand it. And then a guy was like looking out through the vent, and he had some kind of mask on, if it was gas mask or something. And he goes, "Is he asleep yet?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" I recognized him, and that's when I started going, these guys set me up for something to murder me or something." And so I coughed and I kind of rolled over, and they disappeared. And I was like, I've been on my toes, and that's one reason I'm so freaked out about this stuff. This is all true shit. I ain't making this up. My mind is not all wacky like some people. I have a good memory. Yes, I have at certain times, under certain amounts of influence, had I guess hallucinations where I'm looking at someone, I'm like, is that real? But I never did a whole lot of acid or drugs when I was younger, and I don't even now. I don't do a whole lot. And usually, drinking to me usually sends me like in, fucked up. Not hallucinations, not like seeing pink elephants or whatever. But there have been a few times where I've seen stuff and you know, um, but I'm around. Usually, I'm around somebody that's um, experienced or whatever, I guess you'd say, and I can ask them, and I'm not like running down the street freaking out or anything. Um, hey, is your hair purple? And they're like, no, my hair is, and their hair will look beautifully purple. Man, if I could get that colored purple, I'd be like rich. It's beautiful. I mean, it's rocking. But of course, I can't. And it's all like, but I mean, it amazed me. I haven't done this like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I don't know why. Maybe somebody slipped me something weird, but it was pretty cool too. It wasn't anything that made me um, lose touch with reality or anything. It was like I have people that keep me grounded. I've never been way out in outer space. Um, there's been a few times at night where I was riding and I'm looking down the road. I have binoculars, that I have for watching the stars and watching alligators and stuff. Sometimes you see something way far away. Oh, what is that? Well, it's a big old gator. What's he got in his mouth? Oh, he's got a horse. No, he doesn't. I've never seen a horse in a mouth. I'm just kidding about that. But you're like, okay, cool. And you get to see the wildlife and everything, bobcats and like when those bald eagles, the osprey. The ospreys will go down. Ospreys are a lot lighter bird. They'll dive down and they'll get a fair sized fish. And if there's a bald eagle around, he ain't going fishing. He's going chasing that osprey to try to get him to drop him. Sometimes they do. And the bald eagle gets a free meal without having to hit the water. But those ospreys, I've seen them also maneuver and just keep on going. And those bald eagles are like twice as big, at least, as those ospreys. And those ospreys are like, they gotta go feed their kids and their old lady or whatever. They're into it. You're like, you're not getting my fish. And the bald eagles, those guys are mean. They're gonna get the easiest thing they can get. I'm gonna take it away from him. Crows also do the same thing. Crows, here an osprey is flying, you'll see a crow go after him, but he can't keep up. The osprey loses him pretty quick. But it's kind of like they got to run the gauntlet to get to their house with their food. And but I should I may have some tape samples or something. Um, right now we're 23 minutes in. 23. Um, I've had things stolen from me. I bought a new battery for my bicycle because I have another bicycle that I've been trying to work on for the last couple of years, and I've just since I got to keep my one primary bicycle running. It's like almost every month I have new stuff I got to buy. Oh, I got to do this, $50, $100, whatever. So a month or not this month, but the past month, I decided to buy a new battery from a battery place here in town, which I used to deal with all the time, and now I get them over the internet a lot cheaper and save a lot of money that way. Delivered right to my door, 3 days. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And it's not too expensive. It's not blah 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 blah. So anyway, um, and they have specials. Like I get a 2 pack of 12-volt batteries because I got a 24-volt system, and I wanted a third battery because my next bicycle is a hub motor with a 36-volt system. So I said I'll buy a new battery, and a little expensive, but it's new. And it just walked out the door, brand new. I used it once, to as a booster battery, and never saw it again. And there's been sabotage and all kinds of stuff. My mom you know, just found out, two companies or whatever committed fraud for thousands of dollars against her, and she has to go in today and try to get it straightened out. That's a lot of money, you know. It's like there's an open bounty on people can walk. A lot of people can walk into this house and just do what they want to, and to me that's not right. And I'm a fucking American. I'm sorry, but I'm a motherfucking American and always have been. I joined the army, free will. You know, I wanted to be a scout, in the cavalry because it looked like it was something that I could handle, and I could, I did, and I wanted to come home and go back to school. I did, not gonna complain too much, um, but yeah, you know, and then when I got sick here and everything, I couldn't hardly walk. I mean, it was real bad last year. It was so I was always hurting every day, 24/7, and then it got better with Beth, and then the last month or so, I started to get worse again because I was getting harassed, but I try not to let it bother me like it used to. It still does. I still cuss. I still curse at people and everything because I know that every neighbor around here is in on it. And I don't know how they did this. Did they seed this neighborhood years ago with weird, people like that or something? I don't know. I always knew this whole area was weird, even in high school. I graduated like 40 years ago. I wasn't invited to my 40th year reunion this this past year. This is my 40th year. I graduated in 1980. I wasn't even invited. I get these people must think I'm some sort of villain or something. I don't know what they've been told about me, but it's bullshit. And the best lies have some truth to it, and that's what these people did and are doing. And these other people that are going on along with them, they're helping them kill us. The pest control people, they're the ones that deliver the chemicals. The pool chemicals, I guess the pool chemicals provide the chlorine. They're mixing these chemicals to kill people. You're not supposed to do that. That'd be like me going and buying a propane cylinder and making a bomb out of it, wouldn't it? Isn't that illegal? I think that's illegal. You're not supposed to gas people. And yet, the Charlotte County Sheriff seems to be going along with it. They're letting them do this. They're letting them kill me and my mother because they've been told lies and they're accepting it as fact. Instead of not one person has talked to me, not one motherfucker. And that's why I'm so mad at them. And I've, I've yelled at them as I've cussed them. You're the only people I treat like this. I don't do anybody else like this. It's you because you're fucking with me all the time. And I don't know who they are. I don't care. I want to be left the fuck alone. I want to be paid for my pain and suffering. I want this fucking house to be fucking redone. I'm not doing it. I can't. I'm physically unable. They've stole from me, wasted my money. They stole my mom's thousands of dollars just like recently. What the fuck? Who do these people think they are? They're, you know, they need to get their fucking ass out in gear, get their shit together, come up to me and act like a man. They attack at night. They attack him. They attack with gas. They backstab. The one Korean guy that has a tobacco shop, I quit going there. I won't. If I need cigarettes, I won't get them. If he's the last place, I won't even get them. Look at that screwed. I quit talking to that guy because he was so mean to me all the time. And every time I walked in there, I was, hey, thank you. You know, for some reason, somebody told him shit about me that wasn't true, and that some bitch was an asshole to me every time. His wife started lighting up a little bit. It got to the point where I said, I don't need to be around people like that. I am kind of old. I don't need to be treated like shit when I walk into a store where I haven't done a damn thing and I don't do anything. And I moved into this neighborhood, and all these neighbors treated me like shit from day one. That's the way I feel about it, and that's the way it is. That's the way I was taught. You stand up for yourself. You don't let people push you around like that. Even though I'm crippled, my mom's so bad right now. These motherfuckers. Oh man, I don't know who they are. I want them to get their asses off my ass and make this shit right. Cut motherfuckers. Yes, I cuss real bad. Oh, I start going, I won't stop. I cuss the whole fucking neighborhood sometimes. Fucking you motherfucker, suck my dick. You're goddamn right I do. They let this shit go on. They harbor. I think the place next door is where they have a lot of the equipment that pumps this shit through here. They have secret passages into the house. You can lock the house up. They're gonna walk right in and get what they want anyway. I can't. I can't talk to the cops. I mean, I'm not rude to them. I mean, if they pull me over, it's like yesterday, or whatever. But I've had nobody help me. Not one person's helped me since that fucking fire, or my mother. Not one person. We had all these promises. I thought, well, maybe I can get my ID. My wallet burned up in the fire. It's hard to get an ID nowadays. You gotta have the birth certificate, all that kind of crap. You gotta be driven down there. Not one person helped us one bit. They gave some crap ass furniture. Well, I mean, we appreciate it. We didn't have anything, but come on, man. And they're like, well, do you need anything? Oh, we could use some rugs. It's all tiled. We could use some rugs, some floor fans. I want ceiling fans in the living room or kitchen or anything. We could use some floor fans. Never saw or heard from them again. They, it was like some kind of weird fucking thing, man. Big time. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but when you're getting fucked, and you know it, you're not a dumbass, and you're not a whacked out fucking, oh wow, man, groovy. I think that's what they thought I was, and I'm not. I'm not gonna take this shit, son of a bitches. You've seen, if you've seen any of these, I've got some others from last year. You see the dates. I was pretty intense, a lot of the time last year. There's a reason I'm mellower because I have met a few people. Now, some people I just, how can I trust people when they are, I don't know. You don't trust me, and then they get mad. It's like, well, Jesus Christ, I've been stabbed so many times in the back. Every son of a bitch I've met almost has done it. What is it, your turn this time, I'm going to make friends with you, and then you're going to stab me in the back, too. Hey, we got to stab him, too. Is there some sort of, like, everybody gets to fuck me? I don't mean the good kind. I mean the bend over the back kind of no way, but I'm just saying. But, I get home, I used to, I wasn't rich, but I mean, I sat, I used to feed the squirrels. The squirrels would come up and sit on my shoulder, and they'd steal. I'd buy the little bags of peanuts. You get two for $1. At the store. I'd be feeding the squirrels, and they'd tear it out of my hands sometimes, or sometimes I'd be dragging. Hey, you can't have that, And they were fighting me. They knew I was all right, and I kind of left. I left, and I tried to go back and feed them. And, everybody that I ever talked to on my phone, my neighbors, whoever, I wasn't enemies with them. We were kind of friends, and everybody, all of a sudden, nobody wants to talk to me. My old neighbors, I saw his wife, who I always liked, and I said, hey, how you doing? And she said, she was just kind of standoffish to me, like, wow, what the hell, And it's like these people are told things that way aren't true because I've not ever, uh, and these people, they won't talk to me, they won't do anything. Everybody is that way, every single person. If I go, if I call somebody on the phone, there must be somebody that goes behind me and tells them bullshit. I tried to talk to a lawyer last year. Lawyer just hot potato. A couple of lawyers. So, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking no bullshit. I gotta go to the bathroom. I need to get something to drink, so if you could excuse me for a minute or two. I can't. I know I can put on some music, but I'm not sure how exactly. I did it one time. Well, let's see if anybody's out there. You're welcome to talk to me. I mean, I would like to learn. Has anybody had this happen? I mean, um, I've heard some. Somebody said it's some. I don't know. These people are weird, man. This ain't no. Oh shoot! Sorry about that. I gotta go back now. Hold on. No, 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 no. I don't want that. Please go away. I punched the wrong button. Wow, that was close. So anyway, I want to learn more. I want I talked to somebody from, I believe, Brazil last year. I was like, wow, you're in Brazil? I thought that was so cool. But no, really. I mean, but these people, they come in, they feel it's their right to kill you, to steal from you, to do all. They feel it's their right, and when you get mad, they get all indignant. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You never even talked to me, and here I'm. You just think, what? Where the hell are you from? Where do these people come from? I, I don't, I don't steal. I don't shop with it. If I go to the store and I don't have enough money for something, I just don't get it. There's nothing I need that's so bad that I have to take it without paying it. And some of these people feel it's their right to take it from anybody and everybody. Because and I don't know where they came from, what their philosophy is exactly. But I know that when they find out I'm not that way, then I'm a target. Okay, so now I'm the guy that target them, but they're still nice to me. Hey, buddy. Can't stand being called buddy. Call me by my name. Call me Hassel. Hey, stupid anything. Not buddy. There's a reason I don't like that. Some of them are different. You can see the way they act. They're being coached by other people, and but they're so swearing. How can you be that way without done? Sorry, dude, but you're just a little too cheesy. I don't know. I'm hoping that mom gets her stuff straightened out. I'm hoping she doesn't go back to the hospital like she did last Thanksgiving. I Mom was in the hospital. I couldn't even. I don't know. I don't think I could even go see her when she was so bad. And I slept for about 2 hours on the side of a busy road in a ditch under a tree uh, because I was every time I lay down in the house, and it still happens, I was getting assaulted with chemicals. I was scared somebody might come up and inject me with a needle. They probably have in the past. And look at me, I'm tired as heck. I aged this past year more than I have in the last 10 years, and it's all due to these people in this house. That's the truth. They should be fucking held responsible for everything, and they should pay us for this shit they're doing. I don't care who they are, I don't know it, but I mean it. I don't trust a goddamn Charlotte County Sheriff at all. They, their reputations. I don't know what happened to them. I won't ask them for anything. Never. If I gotta do something, I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm gonna have to take care of myself on my own. They're not. They're part of this problem. They help, they aid and abet, and I just can't. I can't trust anybody. There was a couple from the old days when I used to be younger and get in trouble. When I was in my 30s and even in my early 40s, a couple that I would consider talking to honestly. The rest of them, I don't want to see them. I don't want to talk to them. They can kiss my butt as far as that goes. They'll have to. If they want me to talk honestly, which I will. They gotta send somebody to me, and it better be somebody I trust. better be somebody I've dealt with before. I'm sick of this crap. This is A1 number one bullshit. I never thought that it was possible in the United States to be able to, under any circumstances, gas somebody, infiltrate their house, do things, you know. No, we don't own this house. This is where we live, and I have to be here. They've kidnapped me. They forced me to come back here. I tried to run away a couple times. They made me, you need to get back now. I thought they were going to kill me. Yeah, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me with chemicals. And oh, it's going to be like, oh, well, there's no evidence, so nobody's culpable. And, yeah, that's the kind of crap that's going on right now. Right here. These goddamn sheriffs. He was a fuck. I mean, kiss my really white ass. They're working for these shitheads. That's what they're doing. I don't know if they're bribed with drugs or money or what. They're damn sure bought. I don't mind a cop who beats my ass because he's just a bad motherfucker. I'm an asshole. I don't mind that. That's just happened once or twice. Where this guy was doing his job. Or when somebody's bought. When they're corrupt. That makes me sick. I thought that was movies I watched when I was a kid about New York City or Chicago, you know. This place, damn. I lived here 50 years. And I've always thought, you know, hey, I'll stay here and try to do good, try to, my family and have a job and work and everything. And I'm getting totally shit on by these people. Worked all my life for nothing. I can walk away from here and just, I wouldn't even talk about this county. You know, yeah, I used to live there. What the hell? I'm serious about that. I'm gonna get a bathroom. I'm gonna get something to drink. Take maybe 5 to like shave. Wait for the sun to come up to take a shower because there's no telling what goes on. They hit me with chemicals. They've also hit me with biological things that are freaky, that scare me, and I don't want to talk to you about that either. I've thought about going to some pest control company. I'm scared to go to the hospital. You know, I don't really trust anybody right now. I would trust somebody I could, that I know. And I don't know how to find them if somebody random, but I could be dead by then, you know. You know, this is incredibly, this is like a horror show. This is like something, a Stephen King horror show. Hey, finally I'm able to rest, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it's like that. It's like that. The whole freaking place. Ooh. Well, anyway, back when our dear secretary, my dearest secretary, wow, I'll double her pay when she comes back. I will, I swear to God. But I feel much better now. I think it's oh shit. I'm sorry, it's like, let me see what time it is. I thought it was like 7 in the morning. Why did I think it was 7 in the morning? Somebody set the clocks, or else the clocks died in the other room. Man, 7 o'clock, the sun should be up. The sunrise is like 6 something. But I think right now it's like 5 something. And I'm looking outside, it's pitch black. I'm like, why is it so dark out? So, oh, and the whole time I was in the bathroom, brushing my teeth, shaving, washing my face, from the bathroom, I was being harassed all the time. Right now, if you hear, I'm gonna turn the fan off. I got it going off. Let me turn it off. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like a industrial machine in the background or something. It is. It's something that pumps the hydraulics in this house, pumps the gas. They pressurize this house. Me and my secretary last winter, it would get so bad sometimes. See, when she wasn't here, she wasn't here, and I think one of her boyfriends, or maybe both of them, were they knew more about this house and what was going on than they would tell her or me or anybody. And a lot of people are like, I'll be like, do you hear that or do you feel that? Oh, I don't hear anything. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, that's pure bullshit. So whenever somebody's doing crap like that, it's like, well, they're in on it. They're working for the opposition, whoever they may be, and but whoever they are is a lot of people, and they have, it seems to me, almost unlimited resources. Mm, yeah, I'm serious, and I don't know what I don't even care who they are. I'm gonna get the fuck off my shit and make it right. I should be, if things would have been normal, like a fire is never normal. It was devastating, and but you would think people would say, "Hey, is there anything we can do to help you?" And they would sincerely mean it, and they would come up and they would say, "Hey," and they would help you. Not one. So they just done that. Beth was the best thing that happened last year. Me and her, she's like, I consider her my best friend. I'd do anything for her. I told her, you ever need something, you let me know if I can do it. I'll help you out. I mean, um, she's like, she likes younger guys, she's a friend of mine, and well, she'll have friends too, maybe older, or I mean, with standards low enough to, they might actually like me, but I'm lost. And don't think I haven't had the opportunity, but um, how could I saddle a girl with my messed up life, and I was trying to work towards getting it back together when this stuff happened, and now it's even worse, and I can burden a woman with me, and that's why, goddamn, you know, I hate fun, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy to think that, you know, just, I hear these cunts up there talking. making fun and shit, They think it's funny. These stupid fucking people with their prejudices. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But they're judging me and they watch me and when you're watched, I can't take care of myself the way I need to. I can't do things I should. And if I was to come into any one of their houses like they're doing to me, I'd be shot. I'd be something. And it would be acceptable. And I should be able to do the same to them. Somebody invades my fucking personal space like they have, especially for a year. I think that I feel the county owes me like $20 million cash, and I might forgive somebody. But right now, I don't forgive anybody. Not one forgiveness, because they're all a bunch of selfish little cunts. I mean, that guys, girls, all of them. And some of these people that I've seen, they look respectable. Like how the hell can they justify acting the way they do? That's pretty shitty fucking shit they do. They got families. They do what do they do? Slap their old lady when they go home? Fucking assholes. Way to go, assholes. You're the ones that are judging everybody. Fuck you. Just yourself, bitch. Fucking cunts. If you had a camera on you, fucking 24 motherfucking 7, yeah, you'd be fucking embarrassed. You fucking cunts. Fuck you. Get out of my fucking life. You have no right to do a goddamn thing except get the fuck away from me. You fucking stupid bitches. You're gonna be stupid bitches for the rest of your fucking lives too, I guess. What did the drugs fuck you up? Is there something in the water when you were growing up that fucked you up? I've worked for the past years and years to try to be nice. I knew that I was hurt pretty bad and I wouldn't be able to regain anything the way I was. And me being nice to people, they took advantage of it and they thought it was weakness, which I guess it was, and they fucking lied and they think they're so fucking funny. These people are lying to commit crimes against me and my mom and they're fucking judging me. Fuck you. Get out of my life, you cunts. I mean that. Fuck you. Get some bitches. All you fucking pussy bitch motherfuckers. I'm 58. I'm hurt pretty bad, but I ain't scared of a motherfucker. And all they are is a bunch of little backstabbers. That's all they are. They won't fight. They're pussies. Fuck you. I need a shirt. I'm wearing this all nice. Got chemicals all over it. Tired of that shit. They're pumping chemicals right now, the cocksuckers. I'm going to find you a scrap of that tape. There was some out in the front of an eye. They were pumping it out so hard out there on the front porch when I was out there working. Wherever I am alone, they pump it real hard. It's coming in here pretty fucking bad right now. And it made the tape. I had white duct tape. It was dissolving. It dissolved totally. What the fuck is it doing to me? Fucking assholes. Gives you the fucking right to do a goddamn thing except suck dick, bitches. Fucking bitch. Damn, I'm not fucking serious about this. Fuck you, bitches. Fuck you, fucking cunts. That's when we call you the rest of your lives. Look, honey, there's one of those stupid fucking cunts that was fucking with me. Stupid bitches. Goddamn right I'm gonna say that. Let's go park over by the handicapped people so that when they get out of the cars, we can take their canes and beat the shit out of them and take their money because they can't catch us because we're bigger than they are and faster and they're crippled. Yeah, well, fuck you. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. I should be lining up people to help us get moved back in the house and find furniture. We don't have any furniture. We got some crap here that I don't even care about. I throw it in the yard, in my opinion. Not even give a shit about it. But I'm serious about that. I'm looking around. Okay, there's a lamp, and there's some in the other room that I wouldn't mind having. The lamps I'll keep. My stuff I'll keep. As far as furniture, there ain't shit, man. I can't. I can't go moving shit around anymore. Mom can. Hopefully, what I'm gonna try to do. We've been in this an hour. I don't do this crap. But these people, man, they are the worst people I've ever met in my life. This is the absolute worst place I've ever lived in my life. I was a scout in the cavalry in the army. I lived in the field a lot. We lived in hooches. Sometimes we go to the field for 30 days and live in hooches or tents. We lived in tent city, big tents, where you got cots and stuff. The hooches, we had cots in our sleeping bags and our gear. Our barracks, when I first got there, weren't that great. It was freezing cold. I went for it, guys, so it really got me. But I've been in some worse places, a lot worse places than that. I've lived in some rough places up in New Jersey, around Newark and Passaic, some beautiful, beautiful. But most of the people were all right. Sometimes that badness is projected. But these people here are not good at all. I've never seen anybody like this. It's like some Stephen King novel gone bad. You'd be reading Stephen King. Oh, they're going blah blah, and then all of a sudden here comes the weird shit. Insects, or something like that, or a dog with red eyes and spitting fire. Something weird. That's just like a Stephen King novel is what it is, really. Stephen King. I could. I'm gonna try to write a book about it. I don't know. It would take it. It would be a Stephen King novel by the time I got done with it. And I may have to do it. I may do it. It deserves to be done because people don't deserve to have this kind of stuff happen to them. And I guarantee this happened and it's going to be happening because these people are, I don't know how they get the way they get. They seem to think that they're, well, what you call it, superior. Huh. When I was a carpenter and I was a good carpenter, I thought I was superior as a carpenter. Yeah, I didn't think I was better than everybody in every way. I thought as a carpenter, I was a man, and you get that way. I would never, plumbers. Plumbers are royalty. Plumbers are royalty. Boy, when you need a plumber, those guys, they know what to do. And they deserve what the pay they get. They do. But I'd never be no way. The plumbers here, they a lot bad. But to think I'm better than people in every way, no, 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 no. How am I superior? Not at all. And the older I get, the more I've learned that. I've also learned that no matter how stupid anybody is, I've learned this throughout. I've actually pursued. No matter how stupid you think, the guy or that girl, stupid. There's something they can do better than anybody else. There's something they can do very well that will impress the hell out of you. I swear. Everybody. I don't care if they're an inner city black kid, a gangbanger, that he speaks Ebonics, and you're like, man, that guy can do something that will freak you out. And I found out that everybody's that way. Everybody's got something that they won't even realize it. But most of the time, until it's pointed out to them, they won't even realize it. And then it'll be like, wow, you do that really good. I've never seen anybody do that. You really, um, everybody's that way. Everybody. I don't know why, but everybody's that way. Everybody's got something they can do better than somebody else. So, I can't get on my superior high horse, but you can't do as good as me. 'Cause I've seen guys that were like, what? How the heck? I used to be a Scrabble freak, and play Scrabble. And these inner city kids could whoop me sometimes because they go for the they knew the game. They knew the game. They could go bow bow the X's. They would be saving up to get that, and all of a sudden, bam! They got 72 points. Like what the heck, or double it 144. Oh, what the heck? How'd they do that? I'm toast, and they're like, yeah, you owe me a soup, man. They're like, oh, no problem, man. Shoot, I swear to God, it freaked me out. Here, I thought, oh, well, no, heck, no. These little, so take somebody for granted, and then you find out you shouldn't have. For whatever reason, there's guys that I've worked with that, I thought, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, wait a minute, this guy is good. He may be doing a little different. He may have a different approach, but dude was jamming too. That's what life's about, learning things and putting it to good use, not just hurting people. But ooh, ooh, that ain't too cool. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna try to get back. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a hold of Beth, my former technical my technical advisor to be specific, and my secretary, and she was very good at both. And she actually, I don't have any art of hers in here. I don't think. Let me see. I might have. Let's see. I've got my notebook. She actually did a lot. I commissioned her to do some artwork because she was so good at it. And I think, and me talking to her, it helped me out, and it helped her out too. Her talking to me, she could work out. It was a two-way street, because and we were honest with each other because we didn't know each other. We didn't know friends that we didn't have any connections at all. We came from totally different, and so when we talked about stuff, it wasn't like you had to worry about me telling her boyfriend or something, but you didn't worry about um, gossip. We didn't worry when we talked. We didn't have to worry about gossip. It was me and her, just talking, and she could bounce stuff off me and know that it wasn't going to go through the neighborhood network or whatever. There was no Randy said. I can't stand that stuff. My name's Randy, by the way. I'm sorry. Let me see. I got a book. Let me see. That's right here. Now me, I'm not much at drawing. I can draw. I draw houses and buildings because I've built them and I saw enough blueprints. And over the years, you draw little sketches. I mean, no artist or anything. I can draw comics. I can draw characters, kind of sometimes. I draw airplanes because I was very familiar with airplanes. So I can sketch an airplane pretty good. Um, no, I'm not art, but I'm just talking. Maybe you'll know what it is. Like I do, I usually write things, and I like to write song lyrics or movie, outtakes or phrases or whatever. I guess it's one of mine. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's just part of a song. I've always been kind of a rock and roll guy, and, you know. But sometimes I'll have a sheet that's got all kinds of different lyrics on it for different songs. The ones that impressed me or I liked or something, or that I thought were cool or stupid or whatever. And I used to do that all the time, and I'd put them up around the garage, office or whatever. Nothing fancy, different colors sometimes, by different colored markers or pencils. And so when Beth was here and she was broke, and I told her, I said I wouldn't let her starve. I said, I'm always trying to feed you and everything. Don't go hungry or anything. And she'd sit here and she'd help around the house and she would draw. And I bought markers and drawing materials. Oh God, I can't even show you that. I couldn't do that. I tried to draw something. It was a person that was very bad. I mean, embarrassing to me. When you show somebody, look what I drew, and then all of a sudden, oh, let me show you what I draw. You go, oh, I'll never draw again. You know? But it's kind of like I had friends that were just artists. Go to school and go to art school, and they go on a scholarship. You know, it's partially artists, partially because of their sports and stuff. You know, it's like, man, as a freaking artist, man. You know, here it is years later, and you didn't think of them that way, you know, because you were working and stuff. And it's, man, I forgot about that, you know. And they go, man, I could take your vehicle right there, I could turn it into a work of art. It's like, wow, I forgot all about that. That would embarrass me in art class so bad because I could barely draw the sunrise. You know, here's the sun. Embarrassing. I'm trying to find one of her pictures. She's got some good stuff. That's not. Who did that? Somebody did that. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Holly. No, Holly, some chick I met, and she was she was nice. She was a little, how would you say, neurotic, I guess. Probably, tired. And me and her talked, and she hung out with me. I think Beth wasn't here. Beth was off running around somewhere with one of her boyfriends or something. But she hung out with me all day and relaxed and stuff. And I think I might have saw her one more time, like hi, and never saw her again. And she was beautiful, and um, Beth had started drawing something. She wrote my name, nothing real fancy or anything. But Holly came in and she grabbed the markers and she sat down and she embellished it like and colored it in. It's like wow, I don't have I don't have the concept of that. Usually I don't know why. When you use a tape measure and you're cutting or building something. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I can picture how to make the front of a house beautiful with the gables or with the fascia. The difference. But I mean, like a tile guy, I've never done any flooring ever in my life. And tile guys, I've seen them walk in. Guys that work with me or for me as carpenters, that I were pretty good carpenters, but not like 100% on the game, and but then all of a sudden they walk in to do a tile job and they go, I can do this and I can put a north south compass rose or whatever. I'm like, really? They see that, when they walk. It's like, wow, and to translate that into um to like a floor, even when you see the tile, when it's straight and there's that takes a certain type of you gotta have it in your brain. You gotta look at it. It's like me looking at um, as a carpenter, I look at the roofs a lot. Because you got to build carpenters build the roofs, roofers cover the roofs, and I've done them both, but I like carpentering a lot better, of course. But when I can look at something, I say, okay, here's what I've built a few things freehand where I could sketch out a sketch and a material list and get the material and build it, with a nice roof, and I've got the concept in my head of that, but I don't have to. When I see a guy with a tile or carpet, and he goes, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I never even thought about that. That's, that's what I mean about people having, somebody that I think he's an alright carpenter, if he's not, 100% on his game. And then, but you find out on tile he is. It's like, wow, I didn't, it's pretty impressive. It is. Change your opinion about him a little bit. Are you seriously? Especially if their nickname is something stupid, and they don't care. Well, they're still cool. I think this is the best drawing. This is the best. The best did this, I think. Just say. But anyway, I don't know if you can see it. And, she'd sit there and draw, and I'd get her. Oh, had other people. I can buy these notebooks that have so you can draw with markers and then bleed through. And that's what I can buy. I can write on it too. I can write. I write better than I speak, very much so. And I come off sometimes as a harsh kind of person when I'm mad. You know, I don't like being mad. Shouldn't be. I should be feeding my squirrels and talking with my buddy down the road who we ain't quite all there, but I don't think any of us are quite all there. So what I try to do is I'm going to try to do an update before we get out of here and see what's going on. You know, right now I'm tired. I'm still tired as hell. I've lost weight here in this house due to stress. And I'm sure some people in the neighborhood have too. I hope so. And hope that thing's gonna work out. And you know, maybe next week or something, I can give an update. I'm gonna try to get down to our old house. It's not that far away. It's 2 miles, I think, exactly. Almost exactly 2 miles away, and it's not that far or hard to get to. But the one time I was gonna go there, it's just like I just felt so. I used to ride out, you know, I say in the woods, you know, out in the boonies in the middle of the night, and I would turn my lights on my bike off because I used to ride out there during the day going fishing, and I was familiar with every little pothole. Every grass was growing in the road. I knew where to go over, even except the darkest nights. And the darkest nights usually around here are clear moonless nights. If it's overcast, you get light reflections from the interstate and from towns and stuff, amazingly. So usually the darkest nights are a moonless, um, clear night. You have a little bit of starlight, you know, or you have wispy clouds. That's the darkens a little more. But when you start getting the reflection, so there's times when I have to have lights, but most of the time out there I didn't need them because I was so familiar with the territory and there's no traffic. I could ride out there with no lights. And you know, now it's like I have to make sure I've got a headlight, a tail light, and I've got to have backup. You know, a backup battery. Do I have a backup light? Because number one, you need it for safety. Number two, you know, they do give tickets out for that. They do pull you over for that, and then they can be strict. They can charge you money. Oh, I don't know if somebody's breaking in or somebody's getting up, but I'm getting hungry. I want to eat some breakfast. Let me see what time it is. Right now it's 6:23 here in Southwest Florida. You know, I like the latitude. We're at latitude 27, almost exactly. I think the north boundary of our county, which is oh, no, less than 2 miles away, is latitude 27 exactly. I think that's the north boundary of the county. And to get to latitude 26, that's 60 miles south. Every degree of latitude is approximately 60 miles. And so Naples, Florida is 60 miles south and it's a latitude 26. And I can tell the difference in 1 degree north or south just by the sun, the way it feels on my skin. I can't do it now like I used to when I worked outside every day. I could tell the difference if you went north. The sun was less intense. If you went to Naples, you could really feel the increase of the sun's power. I've done that, especially when I was doing roofing and you're in the sun, you know. It's like a solar cell almost. But I'm going to see you guys. If anybody ever wants to get a hold of me, please try. Give me some information. I'm going to try to be back um, within a week, hopefully. I'll have some technical help. You know, it's real nice when I can count on the few times. I could count on Beth, if I could count on her to help me out with a lot of the issues and stuff. And I hope to get her someday back on here. So wherever you guys are, be cool, be excellent, as excellent as you can be. You can only do the best you can.